Yeah! Here we go! It's time for TSS Fantasy. It is Commissioner Cooper.
I could do a whole 49ers show right now.
Ready to rock out with my gavel out.
Oh yeah, baby!
Don't sleep on my Patriots, you know.
And we're ready for football. That's
Joe Burrow with this wrist. I'm curious.
I find you guilty of all charges.
and although you assisted force in this
I'm pleased to develop some really great animals.
DJ Chuck Bass.
This guy has been doing it ever since coming off.
I hope you like the way I pimped
You
you
see
out.
4 targets in all 3 of the class.
They scored a touchdown this year.
You know, the great thing about being a football player is you don't have to take a shower to go to work.
There it is.
Take a shower indeed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're waking up with TSS Fantasy.
Yes! Glorious morning, baby. Let's go. Feeling happy. Let's do this.
Football is here. Most
Season's
of us
not
are
over yet.
Fred's usually the guy on a remote location, but he caught me and Justin out on the scene. I'm right now in Georgia, believe it or not.
Yeah, because he was
Justin's all
applying
the
for
way
jobs.
Justin's in Washington.
Says not hiring.
How do you think we support TSS Fantasy? I mean, here we go. Absolutely. All right, well, let's welcome in our guest, our co-host. I'm sorry. Welcome into the studio. I said he was on location, so let's bring it up. Justin, tell us where you're at.
Yeah, I'm just in the Washington, D.C. area. Wife had a business party yesterday, kind of like Christmas party set up early for a Christmas party. But hey, when her boss says, hey, we'll pay for your room and come eat dinner on us, are you going to say no? Ain't no way you're going to say no. Ain't no way. So we're grateful for them and, just sitting here getting some TSS in after some breakfast. And Freddie, goddamn, man, did you pick the Jets to win? Because guess who picked the Jets to win? Your boy picked the Jets to win.
Yeah, I will talk about that on the picks. I was going to mess with Andrew and if he was here and be like, he was the only one who picked the Texans, but I picked Texans. I can't even front. But let's welcome in our resident Jets fan and go ahead and boast a little bit. Welcome into the studio, Fred the Jester Reyes.
That was it. Make or break. If they lost, I would have been watching, I don't know, golf or some shit. So thank God they won. Let's continue with our season and let's go.
Yeah, the Yankees unfortunately did not pull it through for you, so my condolences on that. But hey, the Jets are back, bro. Garrett Wilson, that was pretty impressive. So, all right, well, let's get things started in, and don't forget to pay the bills, of course. If you're going to play some daily fantasy, go to Underdog Fantasy. Use the promo code TSS. Will double your deposit up to $100. And, of course, if you're looking for some championship bling for your fantasy champion, look no further than Pro-Am Belts. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, do us a solid, hit subscribe, hit like, hit a comment, hit the notification bell. That way you know when we're on. And when we're not, sorry for not being on Friday. Everyone was kind of under the weather that day, so apologies for that. We appreciate you, and of course, put your lineup comments in. We appreciate you doing that. Little things stopping you from doing it, big things popping for us when you do. All right, guys, well, let's get it started. We got some injuries to talk about, and let's bring our guy in. Brian Scott from the Injury List podcast brings us inside the medical tent.
A.J. Dillon just went into the medical tent a moment ago.
All righty, Brian. Welcome in, my friend.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. How we doing?
Good morning to you. We're doing great. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself so we don't have to hear the cars going around the McDonald's drive-in. But yes, welcome in. Bring us inside the medical tent. I know we got a lot of stuff to cover.
Ooh, yeah. It just keeps getting longer, this list, every week here as we get through the season. But some good news on a lot of fronts and, some bad news on most fronts. Let's start out with Lamar Jackson. He is going to be making his return well, he never really missed time, but he did miss some practice time this week. So dealing with a back and a knee issue, he was quoted saying he's 100% and he'll be playing against the Broncos. Jordan Love dealing with this groin injury. Now the team has a week 10 bye, so this is going to be a true game time decision, I feel. He did get a reduced workload during practice this week. And, there's a potential here that depending on how the game unfolds, if he does play, he might still get some downtime during the game. So we might not see full Jordan Love all 4 quarters. If he even plays, we'll have to see what happens there. Drake May cleared concussion protocol. He should be good to go. Derek Carr is no longer carrying an injury designation with this oblique injury. So we should finally see him back after missing 3 games. At the running back position, Tyrone Tracy has cleared concussion protocol. He'll return for the Giants. Travis Etienne, still very unclear about whether or not he's playing. He's going to carry this questionable tag again. He was limited in practice again. Keeps telling the media he's not going to come back until he's 100%. So we may not see him again. I haven't seen any reports confirming that he's playing, but I haven't seen any reports confirming that he's not playing. So that's a 50-50 split there. Tajay Spears, he's officially out with this hamstring injury. He returned to limited practice yesterday, but it sounds like he's not ready yet. Puka Nacua dealing with wide receiver position, by the way. Puka Nacua dealing with this re-injured knee at practice. Sounds like it was the same knee that he's been dealing with all season. It sounds like they got an MRI, didn't find any new structural damage. He's going to carry a questionable tag. Sounds like he's going to play. Now, factor in that Jordan Whittington was limited in practice again this week, and he's been out for several games as well. So he might be suiting up. They're both going to be carrying questionable tags, so we'll have to see how that unfolds. But I think Nacua will probably play, coming off a good performance in his first game back last week. Of course, we all know Stephon Diggs, unfortunately, down with the ACL injury. He'll be out for the rest of the season, puts into jeopardy at least part of the 2025 season. DK Metcalf officially downgraded to out. It looks like he's going to need at least 1 more week with this mild MCL sprain. Team sounds like they're just playing it safe. Brian Thomas Jr. with a chest contusion should be playing. He had some limited practices earlier in the week, but he should be good to go. Of course, we know about Christian Kirk out and season-ending collarbone injury. He'll have surgery to fix that. Gabe Davis was apparently dealing with a stinger. He's going to have some limited practices this week. He'll carry a questionable tag into the game, but it sounds like he's going to be a game-time decision. With Christian Kirk out, Tank Bigsby also banged up a little bit. We'll probably see Gabe Davis back. So T. Higgins, this is kind of problematic. He was downgraded to doubtful. It sounded like early in the week he was going to be a questionable tag, but eyeing toward playing, and then all of a sudden a couple of days of practice this week and they downgraded him. So I don't think we're going to see him this week. Adam Thielen, not quite ready to come back from his hamstring injury as of yet. He's been listed as out. He has entered that 21-day window coming off IR. Speaking of IR, Bub Means, he's going out on IR with a high ankle sprain, so he'll miss 4 games minimum. And then Jerry Jeudy popped up on the injured list this week with some type of knee injury. He was limited in practice, but he has not been ruled out for the game. He'll probably carry a questionable tag, but I think we'll see him play. And then David Njoku at the tight end position, dealing with this ankle injury. He played last week, played well, then apparently had an issue at practice and missed some time, got a limited session in on Friday. It sounds like he's going to be good to go, but he'll probably carry a questionable tag as well.
All right, we got some questions in the chat here. Did you? And then I apologize that I was trying to. There was a lot of background noise here. Any word on Josh Jacobs? If you did mention him earlier,
I did not. We can take a quick peek here and see what's going on with him. Let's see.
I got him on the questionable tab. It looked like he was good to go from the last that I saw.
Yeah, there were some reports earlier in the week that I guess he was dealing with some type of ankle issue, but it sounds like from what I have seen, it wasn't anything serious. So I kind of didn't put him in the report, but I think he'll be playing.
Yeah, he's listed as questionable, but from all reports, he's a good to go.
Yeah, let's not forget. I mean, basically everyone in the NFL is playing injured right now. The question is whether they're injured or they're hurt. Most of them are hurt. Not a lot of guys are actually injured, so they're going to be playing through all kinds of bumps and bruises. As soon as they go into the training room and get treatment, they're on the injury report. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's anything serious. especially if you don't see them miss any time because of the injury when they suffered it. Some of these injuries are sometimes not even picked up until after the game, like early in the week when the guys are kind of recovering and stuff. So it's not a huge deal to see these guys pop up all the time. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Cat for Life, Wake and Bake Bros, appreciate you. Also, Untamed Music wanted to know, is Pollard playing? I don't know if you'd covered him.
I didn't, but I know that he was also limited in practice with some type of ankle issue as well. And so definitely something to keep an eye on. I don't see any updates on him recently, so I think he'll have a questionable tag in. But with Tajay Spears out, that could actually accelerate Pollard. So I think he should be available.
All right. Yep. I heard the same as well. Kind of like the same situation with Jacob. So you guys, appreciate your comments. Bri, I know we got a couple of lineup questions and we'll get to that in 1 second. We're going to send Bri out. Where can you follow, subscribe, and get all your great content, Bri?
Yeah, you can follow me on X at Injured List Pod, on Instagram, the Injured List Podcast, Facebook, Injured List Podcast, and then, of course, the website, www.theinjuredlist.com. Try to do as many updates as we can throughout the week, and most active on X, I would say. So you can check me out there. And, of course, on TSS Fridays and Sundays.
Absolutely. Go follow, subscribe, and get live stuff from Bri. We appreciate you. We'll get to your lineup questions in 1 second. We're going to go to commercial by NeuroGuard.
Dr. Michael Hutchison has harnessed the latest in neuromuscular dentistry and impact technology to develop a mouthguard that does more than protect. It enhances. NeuroGuard Plus isn't just a mouthguard. By focusing on the jaw's physiological position, it provides an added layer of neuroprotection, significantly reducing the risk of sports-related neurological injuries. All athletes should be using a custom mouthguard designed to their bite position. NeuroGuard Plus was created as a means to maintain your physiological jaw position regardless of your bite. The appliance is designed to optimize your upper-lower jaw relationship to improve your strength, your balance, your oxygen intake, and drastically lower your chance of a concussion. Independent studies have shown that the NeuroGuard Plus will provide you with improvement to both upper and lower body strength. The same improvements were not present with a common mouthguard. Over 6,500 athletes have used the NeuroGuard Plus. Dr. Hutchison is happy to say that the amount of diagnosed concussions is 0.2%. The NeuroGuard Plus offers athletes, coaches, and parents an advantage to keep their players safe on the field. If you or your child actively participates in athletics, they need to be protected from the dangers of repetitive head trauma. Get your NeuroGuard Plus mouthguard today. Click on the link and use code ILPSports for 10% discount on your purchase.
All right, go check that out today. All right, let's get to some lineup questions before we get to the weather. And first comes a guy, man, look at this cute little guy. He must have a great-looking father. His name is Robbie. He'd like to know Brian Robinson or Tyrone Tracy in the same matchup. Justin, who would you go here?
I think I would go with Tyrone Tracy just because the injury report has not been very beneficial to Brian Robinson. They also did just activate Chris Rodriguez from the practice squad in preparation for possibly Brian Robinson not starting. So I think I would go with the hot hand right now, and that's Tyrone Tracy, man. That dude, It's only been his second year playing running back, period. And, I mean, shit. You could have fooled me. I would have thought this guy would have played running back all the way back to high school. He's so damn good right now.
Yeah, he really is. Nikki called him out on the NFC East show because I remember we asked about that. So, indeed. All right, let's go to Fred here. Full PPR. And, Robbie, appreciate your comments, sir. Full PPR, Love or Cousins? We'll just start there.
Full PPR, Love or Cousins. Oh, let's see who they're playing each. So, Love is playing the Lions, which is always a tough matchup, and the Atlanta is playing who the hell are they playing? Cowboys, which is not a tough matchup. I'm going with Cousins for two reasons. As I said, the matchup. Plus, I believe Love has a slight injury. He's a true game time decision. So I'm going to go with the definite play, which is Cousins.
And Kyle, you did comment in here, and the other reason heard it's, and we're going to get to weather here in a second. But yeah, it's going to be a big rain chance in that game, so that brings that Love down a bit as well. All right, we'll go to you, Justin, on this one. Fergie or McBride on the next one?
I think I'll probably go with McBride. He seems to be, even with Marvin Harrison there, he seems to be the target hog. Fergie, for some reason, they just have not been able to get him open. I don't know what it is. Everybody always goes, "Oh, we only have CD Lamb and that's it." No, Ferguson was a perfectly good option last year. Why is he not this year? Who knows? Maybe that changes this week. But I'm going to stick with the guy who's been doing good, and that's been McBride.
Fred, Dobbs, or McMillan?
McMillan, same reason, just the same reason. We've already harped on the Green Bay a couple of times. Weather hurt, good matchup. So we're going McMillan.
All right, and Justin, finish it up. Bengals or Chargers today on DST?
I think I'm going to go with the Bengals. I think I don't want to try the new look Browns against that Chargers defense. I know the Chargers have been fire all year long, but I don't know. There's something new about that Browns offense, and I think I don't want to try that. But the Bengals, on the other hand, playing the Raiders, this could be like a little bit of a turnaround for them this week.
All right, I like that. Kyle, appreciate you. He said he liked and sub. Appreciate that, my brother. All right, Untamed Music. Freddie wants to know, Pollard go. Should he start him over Marv? Assuming mean Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm assuming.
Yeah, okay. Man, we were just asking about Pollard too, if he goes. You know what? I've been riding with the riding with the Cardinals quite a bit lately. So I think I'm gonna stick with the Cardinals. They play the Bears, but it's at home. And, they've been throwing the ball quite a bit. So I'm going to go with Marvin Harrison.
All right, Cap, apologize. I didn't see that till later. But Apuka, I heard, is a go. So I think you're good there. Apologize if it's a little chilly out here. My teeth starting to chatter. Both Robinson and Tracy should be playing today. Robinson dealing with the knee. Tracy clear with concussion protocol. So just to let everyone the heads up there. All right, let's get on to some weather.
It's time for the weather report.
All right, so games you don't need to worry about your kickers is Cowboys at Falcons, Bears at Cardinals, and Colts at Vikings, all in domes today, so you're good to go there. Some weather-related news, Dolphins at Bills, 51 degrees, partly cloudy, winds are 5 miles an hour. Raiders at Bengals, 68 degrees, mostly cloudy, winds are at 7 miles an hour. Chargers at Browns, 61 degrees, mostly cloudy, winds 12 miles an hour. Patriots at Titans, 78 degrees, mostly cloudy, winds 13 miles an hour. So no rain in most of these matchups. Commanders at Giants, 55 degrees, clear, winds are at 5 miles an hour. Saints at Panthers, 67 degrees, partly cloudy, winds 7 miles an hour. Broncos at Ravens, 59 degrees, clear, winds at 6 miles an hour. Jaguars at Eagles, 55 degrees, clear, winds at 5 miles an hour. Lions at Packers, 51 degrees. This is the one, definite rain showers and winds 15 miles an hour. So watch your kickers and your QBs in this matchup. Rams at Seahawks, 53 degrees, also definite rain in this one, winds at 5 miles an hour. And Bucks at Chiefs, 66 degrees and a chance of a thunderstorm in that one. And winds at 8 miles an hour there. All right, let's get on. Let's talk about some ultimate DFS lineups. But before we do that, we got to get warmed up a little bit. I do, especially out in this bitch. But we got a special one this week. Bandy did his Halloween one this week, so we got a special flex, and it plays right into our ultimate DFS lineup. So let's hear it for Bandy's flex starts of the week.
It's time for Bandy's flex starts of the week. Hello out there, all you Hulkamaniacs. It's your boy Hulk Hogan with Bandy's flex starts of the week.
What you gonna do?
Getting to the first guy, I've got Chase Brown.
What you gonna do?
Doubtful. Chase Brown is not, baby. Chase Brown for the Bengals. Throw him in the flex spot, brother. Moving on to the next guy on the left, brother. Moving on to the next guy on the list. It's the guy who has finally broke out. We were waiting for it. It finally came. I'm talking Lad McConkey, brother.
What's it gonna do?
He's the guy. And the Chargers are getting it together. They're starting to see the pieces they got with them. Start Lad McConkey this week, brother. Moving on to the last guy, brother. It's Xavier Leggett. The wide receiver one on the Panthers. Yeah, it's the Panthers, but he's still the wide receiver one, baby. Get Xavier Leggett in your flex spot this week, brother. For more fantasy football and all the... For more fantasy football glory. Waiver wire ads starts in 6. Don't forget to check out the 4th and Flex Fantasy Football Podcast, where all the Hulkamaniacs will be, brother.
Oh yeah! What's it gonna do when Hulkamania and the largest arms in the world run wild on you?
Tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. right here in Toronto's Maple Leaf Gardens. Don't you dare miss this one.
Let's go. Well, look, she's already in. We won't waste her time. Let's bring in Ariel and let's get some prop bets in. Welcome in, Ariel. How are you?
Hey there. I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. We've missed you for the past couple weeks, but we're glad you're back. Give us your best prop bets for this week.
Okay, I have a lot of props for you today.
All right, here we go.
Get into it. All right, I like Jameis Winston to go over 10.5 rushing yards. You could get this prop right now at plus 145. Lots of offensive snaps with the Browns. Shaky line means lots of broken plays in this game. I also like Kyler Murray to go over 250 passing yards at plus 225. A nice big plus money prop play. Fast pace and no win in a dome equals plenty of yards in the air. Next, I like Lamar Jackson to go over 46.5 rushing yards at minus 110. Run heavy script and a dozen attempts by Jackson should get this done. So you might want to ladder this one out a little bit. I definitely would say ladder it a little bit. That's like a fun action play. I'm also taking Ramondre Stevenson to go 60 or more rushing yards at plus 120. This should easily get him 18 or more carries for 60 plus yards today. I like this play a lot. And I also like Dirk Prescott to go over 267.5 passing yards, sitting at minus 110 right now. Cowboys will pass twice as much as they will run this week. I think Prescott's going to flirt with 300 yards, honestly. So you might want to ladder this one out a bit as well. I also like Devontae Smith to go over 65.5 receiving yards at plus 135. I like, are there any passing props for the Eagles that you guys don't like today?
Yeah, we like them all. Absolutely.
I like it. And then I also like, this is my favorite prop right now. This is what AI says, like, play this as your best bet today. I like Nick Chubb to go over 1.5 receptions at plus 120 and over 13.5 rushing attempts at minus 105. All right. And now for the totals, I like the Cowboys Falcons over. I like the over 52. This looks like it's still pushing out. I also like the Broncos Ravens over 45.5. And as for my leans, my favorite lean right now is over the Chargers Browns game. This is my favorite lean over, and it's kind of like my less favorite lean. I'm looking at the Rams spread right now. So,
I like.
Yeah, that's what I like today. Yeah, right now my current NFL ROI is sitting at 38.3%. That's a 70.6% win rate. So let's go.
Get some money indeed. I know you got another show a little later, so tell everyone about that and where they can follow and subscribe and get your content.
Yeah, I have Sports Betting Illuminated. That show will be streaming live at 11 a.m. So in just like a little bit from now, I'll be on YouTube, like all the streaming platforms, Rumble, Twitch, etc. You can find my daily picks, emails, all the sports information every day at arielcallisto.com just by clicking on the button that says Stay in Touch. And yeah, that has like my free daily emails with a ton of good information. And then pretty much on social media, all my daily picks go out. AriBet702. That's me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Follow, subscribe, get all her great content indeed. All right, well, we're going to send you out. We're going to get to our ultimate DFS lineups. We appreciate you. All right, we'll see you next week.
All right, see you. Bye.
The power of the Ultimate Warrior.
All right. Well, we got some lineup stuff in here as well. So we're going to get to those questions. I'm just going to bring this out, though, real quick because I don't want to show my freezing face right now. But I dropped the belt this week. I have to, 123.7. It wasn't a bad week, but there was definitely somebody who was much better. Let's look at our jobber of the week. That was Greg. Ooh-wee, he was looking kind of ugly indeed. 108.1, had some struggles. Obviously, Jordan Love getting injured didn't help either. So some struggles in there. Justin was in the middle of the pack last week with 136.9. Crazy that you're in the middle because Andrew Leduc 143.3, which leaves our champion Fred the Chester Reyes. How you feel about your win from last week?
I feel great. I didn't know too much about DFS, and look at me, the champ, baby. The champ is here.
That's 2 for Fred, and 2 for two for me, and 4 for Leduc. So that's the count so far this week.
Oh, we got to get him.
All right, let's get to some of these stuff in here. Cody Lambert wants to know, Justin, we'll go to you. Love or Geno Smith? I don't think PPR matters. But what do you think?
Oh, yeah. The PPR definitely doesn't matter with the quarterback position, but I appreciate the question, Cody. I think I'd probably go with Geno Smith. He usually is a safer bet when it comes to interceptions. Jordan Love is just an interception machine, man. He tends to make it out with having one more touchdown, but golly, does that guy love to throw to the other team. And Geno, the Rams defense, they puffed their chest last week, but, I really do think that, this is going to be a real back and forth game between Stafford and Geno. So I like Geno this week over Love.
All right, Brian's back in with McMillan. Showed up Saturday on the injured list with an injury, hamstring injury. Problematic if he sustained it late in the week. Surely will be questionable. Just to throw that in there. Morning to Brad. Appreciate you joining us as always, my brother. Hope all is well with you and your Bears. Fred, Cody Lambert wants to know Mooney or Hunt at the flex full PPR. You're on mute, bro.
I was saying I got them both, so I'm kind of thinking Mooney or Hunt. Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna go this time around. Oh man, Hunt's been playing good though. I'm pretty torn about both, to be honest with you, because I always ride with I like going with Mooney and the Bears because of who they're playing, but Hunt has been fabulous. So I don't think myself personally, I'm going Mooney.
All right, I like it. Brad mentioned interesting week for the Bears after the disaster in DC, and goodness. He said, "Please don't tell me she is not a cat for life." Enjoying a lot of comments about her. All right, full PPR. We did that already. Justin, half PPR. Start for Anderson, Andrews, Tank, BTJ, Popper, Taysom.
Wow. Okay, so that's a lot of guys there. Let's see. I go with Andrews, Addison for sure. I think with the news on Tank, maybe you don't put him in. Did we talk about ETN? Is ETN playing this week?
Yeah, I think he is a go.
Okay, so I think I'd sit Tank, and I think here comes the thing. Do I want to sit Pop or do I want to sit Taysom? You know what? It's Taysom against the Carolina Panthers. What are the Carolina Panthers known for? Giving up those rushing touchdowns. I think I'll sit Pop. I'll play BTJ, and I'll play Taysom.
All right, let's go to Kyle said he asked already. My bad. His keyboard he asked already. All good. All right, let's go on to the our this week's ultimate DFS. Fred, talk about your DFS picks this week.
All right, so this week I picked Kyler Murray. As I said, I've been riding with the combo lately. It's been pretty much working. I've been doing combos with tight ends, so I'm going with Murray and McBride since they are playing the Bears. I think, and it's going to be at home. I went in the middle, towards the middle for my running backs with Dobbins. The Chargers are playing. Who the hell are they playing again? Help me out, guys. They're playing the Browns. So I went with more of the middle of the pack. I didn't want to spend extravagantly on the top like 5 running backs. So that's why I said I was confused about Hump, because I know I picked him for my DFS. And so that's why I was considering him. Sutton, he's the number 1 receiver. And then, Knicks has been playing pretty decent. So I went with Sutton today. I've been picking the Miami receivers the last couple of weeks. Last week was Hill. This week I'm going to go with Waddle. They really need to keep up with the Bills today at home. So I'm hopefully Waddle has a big game. And of course, now that we got Jameis Winston over in Cleveland, I think I'm expecting Jerry Jeudy to do fairly well. The Titans defense, I was running low on money, but they are playing the Patriots. So I thought it was a great play, very affordable. And, the Patriots are not great on offense anyway. And last but not least, Kyle Pitts. I picked him. I think he was a decent play at running back for that price. I mean, a decent play at flex for that price. So that's why I think the Falcons, especially against the Cowboys, they have a defense anyway. So that's why I went with Kyle Pitts.
I like it. All right, Justin, let's talk about your DFS lineup.
Well, let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I've assembled a crew here that is going to take down the world champion Fred, the Jester Reyes. Now, first, we're going to start off with our man Joe Flacco back in the driver's seat. Son, yeah, that's right, Mean Gene. Joe Flacco back in the driver's seat, 39 years young, and the guy is slinging it around. When Joe Flacco's on the field, everybody thrives in Indianapolis, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen this week. Then we got Chuba Hubbard and Brian Robinson Jr. I went NFC South for my running backs. I love it. Chuba Hubbard he's just been a star this year when, you thought Carolina couldn't get, good. They found one lone star. It's Chuba Hubbard. So I'm going to play him at his low price before he gets traded to somebody else and the price goes up. Brian Robinson Jr. or no, not Brian Robinson Jr. Bijan Robinson has been playing lights out the past 3 games. And I think he continues it this week. I mean, San Francisco got rushing yards from Brock Purdy and a freaking 3rd round pick last week. And out of that defense in Dallas is just kind of atrocious right now. They can't stop anything. So why are they going to stop Bijan Robinson and his role to being the RB1 this year? I got Kyle Pitts. Like Fred, I've been loving doubling up in the tight end position. It's just such a nice, cheap flex for you. And Kyle Pitts at 4,900 is starting to get embarrassing to odds makers because this dude needs to be up there with the Brock Bowers. He is just consistently getting better every single week. Him and Kirk Cousins are kind of getting on that level where it's all right, just go out deep, man, and I'm going to just chuck it up there and get it to you. And Kyle Pitts is answering the call for that one. Khalil Shakir, Jaden Reed, I want slot receiver heavy in this one because, I know that Buffalo is going to need to score a lot of points because Miami's coming back and they're going to be going out there with the mindset we got to outscore Buffalo. So I think Khalil Shakir is going to be a big part of this game today. And Jaden Reed, he's another guy who's he really goes under the radar, but he has big games when he needs to have big games. This is a huge divisional game. This is one of those reset games, especially with the Vikings kind of getting kicked to the side. on their, kind of really bad stretch right now. So I think this is a key game, and you need key players to step up. I think Jaden Reed has a big game this week. Michael Pittman Jr., he is my tie-in. He is my connection here, my stack. Joe Flacco, Michael Pittman Jr. Michael Pittman Jr. had his best stretch of games when Joe Flacco was in. You want to have a little part of this Colts offense because for some reason, Joe Flacco just makes you want to go, oh, man, I need to go get me some Joe Flacco. Like, what is this feeling? And then Cade Otton, I missed out on it last week. I don't know why he's 4,500 after scoring 2 touchdowns and having, 150 yards last week. But I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to take him into my lineup and say, go score again, bro. Go score again. And then the Bears. So the Cardinals are an interesting team. They tend to play really good against kind of defenses that aren't the greatest. The Bears, I think maybe they went low because a lot of people saw last week and went, oh, maybe Tyreek Stevenson's going to make more of a fool of himself. Sorry about that. But anyways, I think the Bears this week are a good matchup against the Cardinals. I think that they match up well against Marvin Harrison Jr., a rookie wide receiver. They can possibly take Trey McBride out of the game. And if they can't, they can still at least get themselves to Kyler Murray. Montez Sweat's going to do good. I really like this lineup, Mean Gene, and I think that next week you're going to be naming a new world champion.
Whoa, we'll see about that. Look, Kyle's got a question. Pick one, Mostert or Tracy?
Who's that going to me?
Yeah, Fred's on a break, apparently.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I can't see anybody right now. Anyways, I have to revert to you on a quick second. Is Mostert the number one now, or is it still A-Chain?
No, it's still A-Chain. It's still A-Chain.
Okay. Then I'm going to go Tracy. Mostert can definitely pull off enough to get into that, top 20 running backs. But Tracy right now, it doesn't even seem like Singletary is, even a viable option behind him. So Tracy, I would just ride this train out, especially against kind of a flawed Washington defense. I don't think the Bears picked it apart as much as they could, but I think that this defense has a little bit of little openings here and there, and Tracy being an ex-receiver converted to running back makes him such a good play against Washington this week. I think that he's just going to get fed all day long.
Fred, I got another one from JXE here. JSN or Puka? You're on mute, Fred.
Yep. Sometimes I be thinking too long too. My brain be racked. I don't know. Let's see here. JSN is going against the Rams. Puka is going against the. And you said he is playing today, right? He's 100% playing.
They're playing each other, Fred.
Yeah, but Puka's 100% playing. Okay, so you know what? After that game the other night, I kind of like Puka. I'm gonna go ride with Puka today, man. I really like the way they looked the other night. The Rams, everybody healthy again, look pretty good.
It indeed. Let's go to the next one, Justin. Craig Lennox. Hi, all morning from It's Craig in Canada. Appreciate joining us, my brother.
Nice.
He's between Prescott and Mayfield this week. What do you think, Justin?
Man, oh man, It's a really tough one. Baker's got significant injuries, but Prescott has just not been doing so well.
Do you trust Ari?
Yeah, right. 76%, right? So, you know what? I think I will go with Ari on this one. I think that Dak has the ability to at least get you 300 yards this week. Atlanta's defense has been incredibly up and down, but one thing they've always done is give up points. They gave up points to Mayfield last week, and Mayfield had probably a better receiving core than he does now if McMillan's out. So I'll go with Prescott, and, hopefully, like I said, hopefully he can get Fergie back into this, but at least CD Lamb will get fed.
All right, had to move location. Hopefully you can still hear me. It's Greg from all the way in Orlando. What up, fellas? Appreciate you joining us from the flag football field. Hope it's all going well right there.
He's living his high school dream through his 6-year-old son watching flag football.
Fred, Chuba Hubbard or McConkey, full PPR?
Sure.
Did he say Chua?
No, I'm thinking, man. That's the way I think, bro. You know what? Let's go, McConkey. Our boy, what's his name? Hulk Hogan over there said he's a must start today. So let's go, McConkey. They're gonna throw the ball around anyway. Yo, can you hear Jason?
Sorry, I was muted. Good to be locked on. Long time. Appreciate you, my friend. And Greg says facts, Fred. LOL. All right, let's go on to my ultimate DFS lineup. If I could ever get it down here. Sorry, things got rained on over here. Ultimate DFS. I got Pat Mahomes this week playing the Bucks. They are dead last against fantasy QBs. Good play there. Mentioned Devon Achane against Buffalo, 31st against running backs. He's a decent play. Chase Brown against Vegas, 24th against running backs. Like that a lot. Gabe Davis. Who else are they going to throw it to in Jacksonville against Philly? Calvin Ridley against the Pats. They're 25th against receivers. I like DeAndre Hopkins this week. Tampa Bay, 28th against receivers. And then in the same matchup, Cade Otton. KC is dead last against tight ends. Devonta Smith's a good play against Jacksonville, 29th against fantasy receivers, and the Commanders against the Giants, who is the 30th ranked offense. So there you go. All right, let's get to some prop bets from our boy Eric.
Hey. Smoke weed every day.
These books are lucky we don't play with hand grenades because last week we were this close to our most profitable week of the season. We forge onward and upward. Joe Flacco, 250 passing yards plus 105. Come on, this is mercenary Joe Flacco we're talking about here. Guy rolls out of bed with 100 passing yards. We don't expect either defense to do a whole lot in the pass defense department. We got deep ball and touchdown merchants on both sides. I think he and Darnold probably both go for 250. You can parlay the two for plus 260 if you're into that sort of thing. I am. System play of the season so far. We look to see who the Buffalo Bills are playing, and we hope that the opposition has a pass-catching back. Great news this week. We get Devon Achane, who led the Dolphins in receiving last time they played Buffalo. Let's go over 49.5 receiving yards plus 120, which we could get in one play because this big kid can basically teleport. Taysom Hill, touchdown, plus 160. Kamara admitted he's been playing with a broken hand, cracked ribs, broken orbital bone, or wait, no, that was the elevator guy who got the broken orbital. Regardless, he's playing hurt. TCU standout Kendre Miller must have, had a one-night stand with a voodoo witch shortly after he was drafted, and she put a hex on his legs. That is the only explanation left as to why he gets injured every time he steps on the field. Therefore, ipso facto, by process of elimination, Taysom Hill finds the end zone. And then, Jameis threw it right to him, and he fucking dropped it. And I have to go right back to the Kyle Hamilton interception. This time it's plus 625. We got a rookie quarterback coming in. Rookie quarterbacks tend to not do very well in Baltimore. Bo Nix been playing pretty good lately. Probably feeling pretty good about himself. Probably going to throw one across the body. And that's when our genius Mensa member, Kyle Hamilton, works out the geometry, gets to the point of target, and picks it off for a plus 625. I'm not recommending you do it. I'm just going to do it every single week until it happens.
Damn! Oh, my bad. I forgot to unload the graphic. My fault on that. All right, let's get to our Sunday picks. Bruh.
We're on a mission, guys. We're on a mission, guys.
All right, let's go to our first matchup. Let's go to New Orleans versus Carolina. Oh, I forgot to even bring up last week. My bad. Jeez, oh, please. Last week, this is what we had. We had the Kings of whatever you want to call that. And we got some guys dishing out candy, and then our resident clown at 10-6. So right now, this is what we are for the season. Not too shabby indeed. Fred, couple games behind. Juice not too far, and then we got our dunks down there Justin, and we can't see on the screen. All right, let's get to this week. New Orleans versus Carolina. Saints are 32-28 all time against the Panthers. Saints last one, week 1, 47-10. It's 3 in a row. Saints are favored by 7.5. The over/under is 43.5. Fred, who you like and why?
I like the Saints. They're just a better team. The Carolina's not a good team. They got a lot of figuring out to do. Are they starting Bryce again?
Yeah, I think so. You think he is?
Regardless, he starts tonight. I'm going with the Saints. Saints are just an overall better team.
I like it. All right, Justin, are you there? What do you say?
We can't hear you, Travis.
I was looking back at my text messages, and I realized I actually never sent you my pick for that one.
I gave you the favorite, the Saints, in that one.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted the Panthers. No, I'm just kidding. I'll take the Saints on that one. Yeah. I mean, it's Bryce Young. Bryce Young will just he literally can screw himself out of the game. So at this point, Derek Carr coming back is just money. And then, having Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, I think that they can pull this one out.
Yeah, my bad. It was a crazy week, so my apologies on the slacking on that. But put the hammer down on the Saints. All right, let's go to the next one, Dallas at Atlanta. This should be an interesting fantasy matchup, too. Cowboys are 19-11 all time against the Falcons. Last time they played was in 2021. The Cowboys won 43-3. It's been 3 in a row. The Falcons, though, favored by 3.5. Over/under is 52. Justin, who you like and why?
I'm going with the Falcons on this one. I think we're kind of seeing the downfall of them boys. It's going to be a mighty downfall. Jerry Jones is making an ass of himself every single time he talks. And I think that, this is it's just bound to happen. This is a much better Falcons team than everybody's giving credit for. Like, they just have somebody who can beat you at almost every position. And it's looking like they're charging towards the playoffs, and the Cowboys are charging towards a top 10 pick.
Fred, who you like and why?
I'm picking the Cowboys. I think they go back to 500 today. I just think it's a must-win game. It's just sometimes you just got a feeling about a team, and I definitely feel the Cowboys are going to win today. They're going to beat the Falcons.
Fred, that's going to make you, sir. Justin, that's right. You're not back there. The lone wolf in this matchup, indeed. Sorry for no sound effects this week. There you go. That one. I like the Falcons as well. Let's go New England at Tennessee. Patriots they all time 26-18-1. Last time they played was in 2021. Patriots won 36-13. Titans are favored by 3.5. Over under is 38.5. Fred, who you like and why?
Man, what a shitty game.
You said it.
All right. Definitely going to go with I'm picking the Patriots just because they have a better defense. Sometimes their defense comes along and does something great. So, they're both really bad teams. And I'm going Patriots, man.
Justin, who you like?
In the go get your beer game of the week, I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Thought that of the Patriots-Jets game last week, though, but I like the Titans in this game. I think, at home, again, what does it matter, really? I'm not even.
Real pick'em game.
Oh, exactly. Denver at Baltimore Ravens, all-time 10-6. Last time they played was in 2022. The Broncos won 10-9. They won 3 in a row. Ravens are favored by 9.5. Over/under is 46.5. Justin, who do you like?
I'll take the Ravens in this one. I think the Broncos have been kind of running a good show, but I think the Ravens, they kind of got a wake-up call last week against the Browns, and this seems like one of those beat-down games where they kind of flex on the league and say, hey, this is who we really are.
Hammer it down. We all like the Ravens in this one. No waste no time on that. Let's go to another one here. We might hammer down the Dolphins, America's team, at the Bills. Dolphins lead the series 62-59-1. Last time they played, we know Tua got hurt, 31-10. They've won 5 in a row. Bills are favored by 6.5. Over/under is 48.5. Plan on watching this in the fetal position, but Justin, who you like?
I know. I like how you didn't go to Fred for this one. If we're hammering it down, then we're hammering it down for the Bills. So, Jason, are we hammering it down?
We're definitely not. There's no way I'm hammering down. I'm lone wolfing it all the way to the end. The playoffs start today. I don't care. Let's go. All right, let's move on. I mean, I don't even want to talk about it. Chargers visit the Browns. Chargers are 19-9-1 all time against the Browns. Last time they played was in 2022. The Chargers won 30-28. Chargers favored by 1. The over/under is 42.5. Fred, who you like?
We're going with the Chargers versus Browns. Hey, man, I picked the Browns. All right, so we're going to go with the Browns today. You know what? I remember why I picked the Browns. You know what? The whole identity of the team changed once Jameis Winston started playing quarterback. You got rid of that bullshit and Deshaun Watson was doing. Everybody looked upbeat, lively. They're playing at home. And if their defense steps up a little bit, hey, I think the Browns are going to pull it off.
Justin, who you like?
Yeah, I agree with what Fred said. I think that this offense has kind of rejuvenated his defense. I mean, I think the Browns could finally compete as a complete team. And you talked about playoffs starting now for the Dolphins. Playoffs start now for the Browns. It's must win every single game for the rest of the season for the Browns if they want to get to the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm going to hammer it down. I'm going to go with the Browns on this one.
I'm going to lone wolf this one, too. I like the Chargers and what they're bringing defensively. I don't think Jameson Winston is totally the answer, so I like the Chargers in this matchup. Lone wolf and an owl. Vegas at the Bengals. Raiders lead 19-9-1. Last time they played was in 2022, the AFC wild card. They've won 2 in a row. They won 26-19. The Bengals are favored by 7. Over under is 45. So, Justin, who do you like?
Hammer it down. No?
Yeah.
Bengals? Yeah, buddy.
We all like the Bengals in this one. Come on. All right, another one we're definitely hammering down. Washington at the Giants. Giants are 108-72-5. The Commanders won in week 2, 21-18. Commanders favored by 4. The over-under is 44. Again, we can hammer that one down as well. Commanders easy. I think that's one of those teams of destiny that are starting to feel like crazy enough. Jacksonville at the Eagles. Eagles lead the series 4-3. Last time they played was in 2022. Eagles won 29-21. They won 4 in a row. Eagles are favored by 7.5. The over/under is 46. Fred, who you like?
We must not have a what do you call it, a hammer, but the Eagles are playing the Jaguars. And
we do. I just figured I was talking too much.
Yeah, there's no way nobody picking the Jaguars today with the Eagles at home.
Yeah, I figured I just was talking way too much, so I figured I'd give myself a break there and figured to let you tell them why we like the Eagles. Bears at the Cardinals. Bears lead 58-29-6. The last time they played was in 2023. Bears won 27-16. Cardinals favored by 2.5. Over under is 44.5. Justin, who do you like and why?
Bears get it back on track this year, and I think they do it against the Cardinals. I like what they're doing on defense in particular. I mean, they held the Commanders to 4 field goals last week. That's 4 drives that they could have scored touchdown. Couldn't get it until the very end on a Hail Mary. So I like what the Bears are doing on defense. I think they'll force Kyler Murray into a bad game. Bears.
Fred, who you like?
I like the Cardinals. Right now they're fighting for a 3-way tie for first place with the Seahawks and Niners. That's why a Niners fan would not pick the Cardinals. But yeah, I just like the way they've been playing lately. I think they go to 5-4 today at home, and this might be an interesting game that I will probably watch.
I like it indeed. We'll get to. I know we got some lineup questions. We'll get to that in a second. I like the Bears as well, Justin. I agree with you. Let's get to the Rams and the Seahawks. The Seahawks lead the series 27-26. The Rams swept them last year, though, 17-16 and 30-13. Rams are favored by 2. Over/under is 48. So, Justin, who do you like?
Tie. I like it as a tie. I don't think either team deserves to win. They should both lose by my point, and they should both lose a point for – no, just kidding. I'll take the Hawks in this one. I think that, like I said, the Rams a little beaten up with the Puka news, but even before that, I thought that if it came down to a shootout between the Rams and the Hawks, I think that the Hawks have enough defense to hold the Rams back.
Fred, who you like?
I like the Rams. Wow, we like they're a little bit different today. I definitely like the Rams. Just like the way they played the other night. I don't. They need to win to stay in any type of playoff race. They're 3-4. They need to get to 500. So I think they're going to play that much harder. I'm going with the Rams.
I agree. I like what I saw the other night. I'm going to go with you, Fred. I like the Rams as well in this matchup. All right, let's go to the next one. The Detroit Lions at the Packers. Packers lead the series 106-67-7. They split last year 29-22 Green Bay, 34-20 Detroit. Lions favored by 2.5, over-unders 47.5. So, Fred, who you like and why?
They played each other this year already, didn't they?
I didn't pick that up if they did.
I'm not sure if they did. Well, either or, it's a Lambeau Field. It's cold. It's rainy. It's nasty. I know Jordan Love was hurt, but I still pick the Packers because they have to stay up with the Lions, and it's just going to be an overall great game, probably the best game of the week. Packers, Lambeau Field. Let's go.
Fred, Justin, who you like?
I'm going with the Lions in this one. It bugs me that Jordan Love has been playing as inconsistently. He's just been kind of winging it sometimes. And the Lions, on the other hand, Jared Goff has been Mr. Consistency. I mean, how many times have they talked about him having a perfect completion percentage during a game? It just seems like every game he starts out like something like 10 to 15 for 15. I think he's just going to have a great day again this week. And I think the Lions are just on another level right now. And I hate to say that because I usually say the 49ers are on another level, but I think they're even on another level for the 49ers.
Fred's lone wolf in this one. We all like the Lions except for Fred. He's the only one going Green Bay. All right. Go with the Sunday night delight. The Colts visit the Vikings. Colts are 18-8-1 all time. Last time they played was in 2022. Vikings won 39-36 in OT. Vikings are favored by 5. The over-under is 46.5. Justin, who you like and why?
Joe Flacco and the Colts. I'm all about that Colts team right now. I think that I think they're a lot better when he's on the field. It's kind of like the Browns. If you have a good quarterback, then your defense can actually work and doesn't have to be on the field as much. I mean, I did this, I think, a day before the Anthony Richardson news came out, and then I was just like, I was feeling so great about this afterwards because, yeah, Joe Flacco is a different quarterback than Richardson. So let's go, Colts. Fred, back it up. This is your second favorite team in the league. Come on,
Fred. Who you like?
I went with the Vikings, man. They're at home. They just have overall better talent. I like the Colts. I do like Joey Flacco, but I don't think they can beat the Vikings today in Minnesota and Sunday night.
Yeah, Justin, lone wolfing this one again, my friend. All you in here, just all you with the Colts. We're all going.
Good looking wolf right there. That wolf
it's a good looking one.
White, bro.
I like it. Last one, Tampa Bay at the Chiefs. Bucks lead the series 8-7. Last time they played was in 2022. Chiefs won 41-31. Chiefs are favored by 9. Over-under is 46. Well, let's let them know. Bucks are too beat up. Hammer it down. Chiefs all day in that one. All right, we're going to close it out. We'll get to your fantasy questions right after we hear from our boy. Put your hands together and pray, ladies and gentlemen. It's fantasy. Jesus.
I'm here to save your fantasy rosters.
Good morning, TSS family. It is your fantasy Jesus here to help the cash flow for your Week 9 DFS lineups. We are going to get started with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow plays the Las Vegas Raiders this week. He's thrown 15 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. We all know the Bengals offense has been weak this year. But overall, Joe Burrow has not been, and I look for this to be kind of like a gimme game, a redemption game for him. Look from the put-up numbers against the Las Vegas Raiders. Then we have the running back position. I'm going to go with Bijan Robinson. And 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games, playing the Dallas Cowboys. Pay up for Bijan. He has a big game this week. Jesus is feeling it. And then we got Josh Downs from the Indianapolis Colts. I love Josh Downs. I think this guy is great out of the slot, and Joe Flacco seems to like him as well. He's averaged 10 targets in the 3 games with Joe Flacco. So make sure you got Josh Downs in your lineup. Then we got Zach Ertz from the Washington Commanders. Back to back to back. That's 3 games in a row with 10 or more points at the tight end position. That is just stacking money right there. And he's still in that low $4,000 range. Go get him in your lineup for a guaranteed 10 points. And then finally, this one is really pulling it down from the heavens. It's the Tennessee Titans defense. While the Tennessee Titans have been terrible on offense, and they got scored on by 52 points last week against the Lions, this week they get a team that's equally terrible on offense and possibly as good or bad on defense. I look for the Tennessee Titans against Jacoby Brissett or Drake May to have a better game than they have been having in the past couple weeks. That's 5 DFS picks for your Week 9 lineups. May they be blessed.
I'm not sure who to start this week. Trust in your savior.
Well, unfortunately, we lost Jason.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, so he said, can you pull the questions real quick, the final ones?
No, because I actually do not have any of the controls right now.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah. And I have no power to cut the show, too. So that does suck.
Yes, and something is wrong with my computer. It's acting up. I'm sorry, fellas. I know you guys do have questions. Maybe we can comment them online if you want to put them online really quickly. But my button is not working neither. So I guess we could leave it on that note. Oh, there we go. Like, there's a lot of stuff. I don't really see the questions though.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll leave it like that today.
Hold
We'll
on,
see you.
hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Hold on, let's see. So let's see. Okay, so we have Dylan. Here, let me see. I can't put it up. But anyways, Dylan Fink asked, he said, hey, good morning, fellas. Need help. Season's on the line. Full PPR. He's got different league questions on this one. Start one tight end, start one flex. It's Zach Ertz, Cole Kmet, Taysom Hill, Sutton, Bucky Irving, Christian Watson. Who do you think is the good tight end? And then I'll give the flex for that one.
Good tight end. I think it's Taysom Hill. I think we've been talking about that all day today, that he and everybody's on the betting line with it too. That he might possibly run the ball in because of the way they're injured in New Orleans. So I think I would run with Taysom Hill today.
Nice. I agree with that one. Taysom Hill is definitely the wild card you want with the season on the line. And then I think, you know what, for this one, oh man, it's tough, but I think I'd probably go with Cortland Sutton just because the Ravens defense is a little bit soft. I think that if Bo Nix has any chance of scoring a touchdown, it's probably going through Sutton today. And then he also has a QB question for us, and then another running back flex question for us. And it's start one QB, Kyler Murray or Baker Mayfield. And then one RB, it's Dobbins or Josh Jacobs. And then for his flex, it's Scary Terry, Josh Downs, or Romeo Dobbs.
Okay. Well, quarterback-wise, I'm not going to start Baker Mayfield. They're playing the Chiefs in Kansas City. He has down 2 receivers. Yes, he's going to throw the ball a lot, but that Chiefs defense is nothing to play with. I'm going to go Kyler Murray at home against the Bears.
Nice. I like that a lot. What's your thought on the Dobbins versus Josh Jacobs?
I'm actually starting. Oh, wow. That's a good one. Oof. You got to start one running back. Jacobs is playing who? The Detroit Lions, right?
Yep.
Oof. They are going to have to run the ball a lot. It's going to be rainy, slippy, nasty out there. So, yes, I'm going to go again with the Chargers. I'm going to go with Dobbins. I just don't like the weather scenario. I don't like – it's just going to be a sloppy, bang-up, stack the box game for the Green Bay. So, I'm going with Dobbins.
I like it. And then give me a flex, Scary T, Romeo Dobbs, or Josh Downs.
Ooh, Scary Terry's going against who? The Giants. The Giants are just not good. They're not good. I know Downs. I know we got Joey Flacco back, but I think he goes to Pittman more. I'm going to go with Scary Terry against them Giants, man. They just don't have anything.
Nice. All right. And then we have a couple more if you're cool with that.
Okay.
Trying to see if we can get Jason back on here so he can end the recording because, like I said, I am on site right now with my usual computer, and Fred doesn't have the controls because his computer's a little whack right now. So let's see. Next question was, oh yes, Cody Lambert came in with a question: Tucker Kraft or Mark Andrews today?
I think we talked about it earlier. Mark Andrews, the Ravens are going to try to redeem themselves from that debacle last week. So definitely, I'm going to go with Mark Andrews playing, and it's just like I said, it's a must win. They have to throw the ball.
Nice. I like that. I like Andrews. He's definitely coming on strong. Kraft has been really like crafty to really be funny about it, but definitely I like the ascending guy over the guy who maybe has too much competition with the Green Bay Packers.
Look at Jason. Commissioner Cooper came back.
Holy snapperoonies. You're on mute. You're muted. I love it. Can't hear you. Nope.
Oh, no. Okay, well, either or, do the last question so he can take us out.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Just a lot of great comments from you guys. Sorry, I'm looking for questions because can't pull up anything right now. Well, no, we already answered that one. I think that's all for the questions.
That's about it. Yeah, I see that somebody bought Josh Downs in. Good pick today. Flacco's back. Yep. And I know the Bills been saying Chiefs. Great show. He said, who the hell took the Broncos over the Ravens? And he's a Bronco fan.
I love Cap for life over here. Just wing it. Well, you know TSS. We're the captains of just winging that shit. We're the show of the people, man. We ain't got no scripts.
Bill said we're up in smoke without the commish. Bill, you coming on next week, damn it. I'm going to send you the link. You coming on, bro.
Yeah, when is Bill coming on, bro? He out here coming on.
You know what? We always forget to send him the link the night before, the morning of. Next week, he's coming on. I'm going to be on set in Arizona watching the Jets game. So we're going to be up nice and early. So I'll have Bill on.
Oh, wow. That game went from becoming a sad game for Fred, a sad road trip, to becoming a smiling. Look at him. He's so happy.
A must-win road trip. All right, perfect, man. Let's end this out of here.
Yeah, all right, guys. You know us. We're Show of the People, TSS. We love you. Good luck today. May the best of luck to all your lineups. And you know what, guys? Let's send it out. Jay, let's go, buddy.
Love you guys.